The artifact beneath the sand's humanity had always been good at digging. Archaeology, engineering, mining. All of it came naturally to a species that had spent millennia shaping the Earth to its will. But the discovery on Kepler 442 was unlike anything humanity had ever unearthed before. Beneath the windswept sands of this remote exoplanet lay a colossal structure, a vault built from an alloy that defied every analysis. It wasn't human. It wasn't even close. Dr. Elena Markov, the head of the excavation team, stared at the shimmering barrier that blocked their entry. Every attempt to breach it had failed. Plasma cutters, molecular drills, even high-frequency, sonic pulses. Nothing worked. The alloy seemed to absorb energy, dispersing it harmlessly. Yet, it wasn't the invulnerability that unnerved her. It was the faint hum emanating from the barrier, a sound that seemed to resonate deep within her chest. Weeks of frustration had passed before an accident changed everything. As Elena leaned closer to inspect the glyphs carved into the barrier's surface, her hand brushed it. Instead of resistance, the barrier shimmered, and a pulse of energy rippled outward, knocking everyone back. When the team recovered, the barrier had melted away, revealing an immense chamber bathed in eerie blue light. Inside lay an object unlike anything they'd ever seen. A sphere, 3 meters in diameter, hovering a meter off the ground and pulsating faintly as if alive. Alien glyphs spiraled across its surface, glowing faintly. They weren't static. They shifted continuously in patterns that no linguist or AI could decode. Around it, an array of ancient machinery hummed softly, untouched by time. Whatever this artifact was, it had been waiting. Elena's team worked tirelessly to document the discovery, but the artifact defied every analysis. Its material composition was unknown, its energy signature baffling, and its purpose ominously unclear. Her report to Earth's central government was met with skepticism. Humanity had encountered alien relics before, most of them inert or harmless. This, however, was different. Her final transmission before leaving the planet chilled the hearts of everyone who heard it. It's not just a weapon. It's waiting for us to prove ourselves worthy. First activation. 3 months later, the artifact had been moved to a high-security research facility orbiting Titan. Humanity's brightest minds worked around the clock to understand it, but progress was painfully slow. Attempts to power it externally failed. Any energy introduced to the sphere was absorbed and dissipated without a trace. Its alien glyphs seemed to mock their efforts, shifting constantly to defy translation. Despite the setbacks, the artifact became a symbol of hope and fear. Public fascination with it grew as whispers spread about its true nature. Was it a weapon? A key? A doomsday device? The uncertainty only fueled humanity's obsession. Then came the Dravak attack. The Dravak Collective, a warlike alien species infamous for their brutality, had caught wind of the artifact. Their spies intercepted fragments of transmissions, enough to convince their leaders that humanity had stumbled upon something of immense power. A fleet of Dravak warships descended on the Titan facility, overwhelming its defenses in a matter of minutes. Colonel Isaac Hayes, commander of the station's security forces, knew they were outmatched. As the Dravak breached the facility's outer hull, he ordered his men to retreat and secure the artifact. But the enemy's advance was too fast. Soon the Dravak were inside the research chamber, their towering forms bristling with weapons. They demanded the artifact be surrendered. It was then that the sphere activated. A low hum filled the chamber as the artifact began to glow. The glyphs on its surface aligned, forming a single phrase in perfect English. Prove your worth. The room was bathed in blinding light as a wave of energy erupted from the artifact, rippling outward. Every Dravak soldier froze mid-attack, their bodies convulsing violently. When the light subsided, the remaining humans stood unharmed. The Dravak, however, were gone. Only their empty armor remained. Colonel Hayes, bloodied but alive, stumbled toward the artifact. The glyphs shifted again, this time displaying a countdown. 365 Duri. Humanity had no idea what it meant, only that time was running out. The galactic uproar news of the artifact's activation spread like wildfire across the galaxy. Humanity's allies and enemies alike demanded answers. The peaceful Zalari, known for their wisdom and caution, warned against meddling with ancient technology. Their representatives issued a stark statement. You do not understand what you've awoken. The Elysians built such devices to test entire civilizations. If you fail, the consequences will be catastrophic. The Vrexan Empire, by contrast, saw an opportunity. Arrogant and proud of their military supremacy, the Vrexan regarded humanity as upstarts. The thought of an inferior species wielding such power was intolerable. They issued an ultimatum: surrender the artifact or face annihilation. Diplomatic. Channels erupted into chaos. Human representatives pleaded for patience, but the Vrexan would not be swayed. Within weeks, a massive Vrexan fleet set course for Earth. Humanity braced for war, knowing that their forces were hopelessly outmatched. But the artifact had other plans. As the Vrexan fleet approached, the countdown reached 0. A massive pulse of energy emanated from the artifact, rippling across the solar system. The Vrexan ships, thousands of them, were rendered inert, their systems fried in an instant. At the same time, a booming voice echoed across the minds. Of every sentient being in the galaxy, humanity has been chosen. Their worth shall be tested. Interference will not be tolerated. The reckoning. When the energy field enveloped the solar system, humanity was left in awe and fear. The artifact had not only protected them but issued a declaration to the entire galaxy. For the first time, humanity realized they were at the center of something far greater than themselves. The Vrexan were humiliated, their armada reduced to scrap. Other galactic powers began to reconsider their stance on humanity. Was this species truly worthy of wielding Elysian power, or were they simply lucky? Elena Markov and her team worked tirelessly to decode the artifact's glyphs, uncovering fragments of its origin. They learned of the Elysians, a race so ancient and advanced that their existence had become legend. The artifact was not merely a weapon, it was a judge designed to evaluate the potential of civilizations. But its tests were grueling, and failure meant annihilation. As humanity scrambled to prepare, strange phenomena began to occur. Rifts opened in space near Jupiter, emitting bursts of energy that defied explanation. On Mars, ancient ruins activated, sending signals that synchronized with the artifact. The solar system itself seemed to be responding to the artifact's awakening. Preparations for the trial. Over the next year, humanity underwent a transformation. Political divisions were set aside as nations united under a single purpose: survival. Engineers worked around the clock to develop technologies that could aid them, reverse engineering what little they could from the artifact. New alloys, faster energy transmission systems, and even limited artificial gravity control were just some of the breakthroughs achieved under immense pressure. Humanity was evolving. Meanwhile, scientists raced to understand the anomalies appearing across the system. Deep space probes revealed strange phenomena that defied all known physics, energy fluctuations that seemed to open and close dimensional rifts, and sudden bursts of matter that formed stable but entirely alien structures in space. The solar system was becoming a crucible of Elysian design, and Earth was at its center. The artifact's glyphs, once indecipherable, began to reveal patterns. Elena Markov and her team discovered a mathematical sequence embedded within them. This sequence, when translated, outlined the parameters of the trials to come. These tests would not only measure military might, but also intellect, creativity, unity, and resilience. The Elysians had designed these trials to evaluate every facet of a civilization's worth. As the final days of the countdown approached, humanity's leaders gathered in a historic summit. For the first time in centuries, political divisions were set aside. A United Earth Council was formed, pooling resources and strategies for the coming trials. Even the most cynical observers couldn't deny the transformation. Humanity was standing, together like never before. Yet the anxiety was palpable.